Bizarre facts that sound fake but are 100% true. Some facts are so strange they sound made up. For example, wombat poop is cube-shaped, which helps it stay in place as a territorial marker. Bananas are technically berries, but strawberries aren't. Sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins, up to 40 minutes by slowing their heart rate. Honey never spoils. Archaeologists have found jars thousands of years old still safe to eat. There's even a jellyfish species that can technically live forever by reverting to its younger stage. Water can boil and freeze at the same time under specific conditions, called the triple point, and here's a wild one. If you shuffle a deck of cards, chances are that exact order has never existed before in the history of the universe. These aren't internet myths. They're real, proven facts that make the world a much stranger and more fascinating place than you might think. Nature hides some unbelievable truths. Sharks are older than trees, having existed for over 400 million years, while trees appeared only 350 million years ago. A blue whale's tongue can weigh as much as an elephant, and its heart is the size of a small car. Sea otters hold hands while sleeping to keep from drifting apart. Koalas have fingerprints so similar to humans that they can confuse forensic investigators. Bananas are berries, but watermelons are too. The immortal jellyfish can revert back to its younger stage indefinitely, essentially avoiding death. Some species of ants farm aphids for food, just like humans farm animals. And get this, there's a type of fungus that can control the minds of ants, forcing them to climb high before it bursts out of their bodies. From the ocean depths to your backyard, nature's oddities are proof the planet is full of unbelievable surprises. Your body is a masterpiece of bizarre science. Your stomach replaces its lining every 3 to 4 days so its own acid doesn't dissolve it. That acid is so strong it could melt certain metals. Your bones, ounce for ounce, are stronger than steel and constantly rebuild themselves. The surface area of your lungs is about the same as a tennis court. Your taste buds last around 10 days before being replaced. You produce enough saliva in a lifetime to fill 2 swimming pools. Your heart creates enough pressure to squirt blood over 30 feet. Fingernails grow faster on your dominant hand, and your hair grows quicker in the summer. Even more strange, your body contains tiny particles left over from ancient stars. Every atom in you was once part of something billions of years old, making you a living piece of cosmic history. The 21st century is closer to the year 3000 than it is to the year 1000. The ancient city of Rome is over 2,000 years old, but the Colosseum was built when the Roman Empire was already in decline. Cleopatra lived closer in time to the invention of the iPhone than to the building of the Great Pyramid. The oldest living tree on Earth is over 4,800 years old, meaning it was already ancient when the pyramids were young. The Oxford University we know today was teaching students before the Aztec Empire even existed. In the 18th century, clocks were so valuable they were often passed down in wills. The shortest war in history lasted just 38 minutes. And here's the most humbling thought. Every second that passes is a moment you'll never get back, making time the most valuable thing you'll ever own. History is stranger than fiction. Cleopatra lived closer in time to the moon landing than to the building of the Great Pyramid. Oxford University is older than the Aztec Empire. In medieval times, animals could be put on trial and even sentenced for crimes. Napoleon was once attacked by a horde of rabbits during a hunt. The Eiffel Tower grows about 6 inches taller in summer due to heat expansion. In ancient Rome, concrete was so durable that it's still standing today. Modern scientists study it to learn its secret. The shortest war in history was between Britain and Zanzibar in 1896, lasting only 38 minutes. Before alarm clocks existed, people called knocker-uppers would tap on windows to wake workers. And here's the kicker. The Guinness World Records book itself holds a world record for being the most stolen book from libraries. Did you know a cloud can weigh over 1,000,000 pounds? They look light and fluffy, but they're made of billions of water droplets. Your phone has more computing power than NASA's entire system during the Apollo 11 moon landing. Bubble wrap was originally invented to be wallpaper, not packaging material. There's enough DNA in your body to stretch from the sun to Pluto and back several times. The inventor of the Pringles can is buried in one. Your stomach gets a new lining every few days, but your liver can regrow up to 70% of itself if damaged. Also, gold exists in trace amounts in your blood, about 0.2 milligrams. And here's one last twist. Every 2 minutes, we take more pictures than all of humanity did in the 1800s. The ordinary world is hiding extraordinary facts, if you know where to look. Tigers have striped skin, not just striped fur. A shrimp's heart is located in its head. Cows have best friends and get stressed when separated. The axolotl, a Mexican salamander, can regrow entire limbs, parts of its brain, and even parts of its heart. Dolphins give each other names in the form of unique whistles. Some frogs can survive being frozen solid and come back to life when thawed. Pigeons can recognize themselves in mirrors, a sign of intelligence once thought to be uniquely human. The pistol shrimp can snap its claws so fast it creates a bubble hotter than the sun's surface. And here's a final mind bender. Parrots can live over 80 years, sometimes outliving their owners. Nature's creatures aren't just cute or scary. They're packed with incredible abilities you probably never imagined. Space is stranger than any science fiction. There's a planet made entirely of diamonds called 55 Cancri A neutron stars are so dense that a teaspoon of their material would weigh about 4 billion tons. Astronauts grow up to 2 inches taller in space because of spinal decompression. There's a cold spot in the universe so vast, some scientists think it could be evidence of another universe. Venus rotates backward compared to most planets. On Mars, sunsets are blue, not red. The largest volcano in the solar system, Olympus Mons, is about 3 times taller than Mount Everest. Sound can't travel in space, but there are regions where plasma waves produce eerie space sounds picked up by instruments. And here's a final shocker. If you fell into a black hole, time would appear to freeze for you compared to the rest of the universe. Octopuses have 3 hearts, and 2 stop beating when they swim. The Eiffel Tower can grow about 6 inches taller during summer due to heat expansion. A day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus. There's enough iron in your body to make a small nail. Alaska is the westernmost and easternmost state in the US due to the Aleutian Islands crossing the 180th meridian. The first alarm clock could only ring at 4 a.m. A jiffy is an actual unit of time, about 1/100th of a second. In Switzerland, it's illegal to own just 1 guinea pig because they get lonely. And here's a wild one. If you could fold a piece of paper 42 times, it would be thick enough to reach the moon. These quick facts are proof the world is full of trivia worth sharing. Ketchup was once sold as medicine in the 1800s, claimed to cure indigestion. Honey never spoils, no matter how old it is. Peanuts aren't nuts. They're legumes related to beans. Carrots were originally purple, not orange. Apples float in water because they're 25% air. There's a rare type of coffee made from beans that have passed through a civet's digestive system, making it one of the most expensive in the world. Pineapples take about 2 years to fully grow. Potato chips were invented by accident after a chef got annoyed with a customer who complained about thick fries. Chocolate contains a chemical that makes your brain release the same feeling as falling in love. And here's the kicker, vanilla flavoring sometimes contains a compound extracted from beaver glands. Food might be delicious, but it's also full of weird surprises.